What's up, YouTube? So in this video, we talking about George Pickens, wide receiver out of Georgia. So he's 6'3" and about 200 pounds, and he is mostly a big-bodied contested catch guy. He isn't necessarily that great of a route runner. His feet aren't like super quick, and his route running really isn't that nuanced. But like I said, he is a pretty good contested catch guy. He's got really good body control. That's probably his best feature. He is a pretty good blocker when he wants to be, but there are times where he seems to decide not to block, but he has clearly shown the ability to do it well. So there's that. His hands could be a little bit more consistent. I've seen him catch the football with his body a little bit more than I would like. I'd like him to, catch with his hands a little bit more often. His ball tracking also isn't super great. He tends to look back a little bit too soon, and that ends up making him slow down and essentially cause the quarterback to overthrow him. So that's a little bit of a concern. Also, a couple things that are obviously in the air about him is that he did tear his ACL in practice before the 2021 college football season. And he has, gone through surgery and gone through recovery, and he managed to come back. So that's good. But one thing I will say is that is going to be a concern, the fact that he does have an injury history. That's probably going to knock him. And he has had a couple of red flags as well, as far as like behavior things. One of them I don't really care that much about. He got in a fight on the field. That's not really that big of a deal to me. I mean, it is what it is. You shouldn't do it. It's stupid, but shit happens, right? But also, when he was at Georgia Tech, he also was said to have been suspended for violation of team rules before that fight. Now, I don't know how severe that was or what exactly happened. But one thing I will say is that on top of the injury is probably going to rank others that are close to him in skill over him for a lot of people. That's just the unfortunate truth. Like, if you see two receivers who have similar amounts of skill and ability, but one of them has had some behavioral issues and an injury, and the other hasn't, I mean, it's unfortunate, because I do think he's a very talented player. I'm not necessarily one to just, bash someone for a couple bad decisions. It just is what it is. I mean, he's young. I'm sure he'll get past it. But it is going to be a red flag, unfortunately. So we'll see where he ends up. Luckily, this class so far seems to be pretty light on the receiver market. So that could probably help him too. Now, also, there's a chance he decides to go back to college, because he is a junior. So that is a possibility. And then given the injury and him not being able to play the majority of the season, it would make some sense to go back. But also, there's the decision of, is it worth getting injured again and my draft stock falling further? And you don't know what the receiving class is going to look like next year. This year, it's seeming pretty light. So he might want to come out now and hopefully, get some pretty decent draft stock in that regard. So we'll see. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.